I'm sitting in one of San Diego County's best kept secrets, a highly underrated suburb that often gets overlooked. But if you want top rated schools, modern homes, and a thriving up and coming community, this just might be the perfect place to call home. Allow me to show you why San Marcos is quickly becoming one of the hottest places to live in the county. I'm Jamie Lennon, and I create videos covering everything you need to know about living in San Diego. And as a local realtor, I also help people find their perfect home here. So if you're thinking about making the move, I'd love to chat. Let's dive in. San Marcos is stepping in the spotlight with its brand new downtown development called North City. This is going to have a walkable urban feel while still being centered around the suburban charm of San Marcos. It's going to be a mix of restaurants, shopping, and entertainment spots. Not to mention, right next door, there will be new residential at the Hill District at North City, which will be a combination of 6 different neighborhoods built by Shea and Lennar Homes. This is going to be a mix of single-family homes, condos, and townhome style living, with 600 new homes being built. What makes North City so exciting is that it's not just another shopping district, it's a true community space. This will be a place where locals gather, and it's going to be the first downtown area coming to San Marcos, which will have a huge impact on the area's desirability. This kind of development doesn't just enhance convenience, it boosts property values and elevates the overall appeal of living in San Marcos. As North City grows, expect more people to take notice of this underrated suburb, making it an even more desirable place to call home. This area is only growing in popularity, and property values have only increased immensely over the last several years. So if you've ever considered a move to this area, sooner rather than later, we'll put you in the best spot. Literally right across the street is Cal State San Marcos, so all the students can just walk here. They're probably honestly gonna live here too, so it's definitely gonna be the hangout spot for all the college students, which is really cool because they didn't really have a place to go here in San Marcos. So maybe it'll attract more people to the school too. Looks like it's gonna be a cool building. It's very interesting how it's not building straight up. They're all at an angle. So that's very interesting. Very cool. You can see this is an extension of the campus right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if that is student housing in this building right here. Yeah, like I said, definitely a hotspot for university students. You know, the heart of a good community is not just about its downtown area, but its neighborhoods and its homes. So let's go check some out. So I like to split San Marcos up into 2 sections. So you have the northern and the southern section. So everything north of Highway 78 is considered older area of San Marcos, and then everything south of the 78 freeway is more newer. So north of the 78, this is where you're going to get older homes, but you also get larger lots. So this area tends to be more rural. Not as much commotion, I would say, in this area. It's definitely quieter. But when you have the southern part, so south of 78, this is where all the new developments are happening right now. So the Hill District, North City, all of that is happening south of the 78, right near Cal State San Marcos. All the newer developments, things, new homes that have been built in the last 10 years or so, again, this is all south of Highway 78. You also have San Elijo Hills, which is one of the most affluent communities in the county, and that is located in San Marcos. So that is a community located south of Highway 78. So that's typically what I tell people when we're looking to move to San Marcos. Okay, first let's decide which area we're looking at, either northern part or the southern part. Of course, we have to make sure that your budget and your criteria align depending on which side you're looking at. But if you're somebody that wants more space, you want to be kind of tucked in the mountains a little bit, maybe you want a property with a view, then we'll probably look in northern part of San Marcos. But if you want a newer home, something that's close to shopping and fun activities, then we'll look definitely south of 78. This is definitely one of my favorite neighborhoods, like San Marcos. So it's one of the oldest neighborhoods in San Marcos. It just has that, it's a community feel. That's the best way to explain it. It's built around a lake, Lake San Marcos. There's a golf course called the Links. Never played golf there, by the way, but it is a really cool spot. And this is, you would consider this a golfing community. So if you're one of those that want to live on a golf course or in a golf course community, Lake San Marcos can be a really great option for you. But I frequently come here if I just want just kind of a peaceful afternoon. There's a restaurant right on the lake, Amalfi Cucina. It's an Italian spot. It's really beautiful because it's right on the lake, so all the windows. There's a back patio on the water. Again, it's really great place to grab, a bite to eat, grab a glass of wine. But one great thing about this community are the homes. So these are all going to be ranch-style homes built between the 60s and the 70s. They're all really nicely spread out. So I would say the average lot's probably around 7,000 square feet. And then, of course, you also have your lakefront properties as well. So you do have homes that are sitting right on lakeside. You can have your own boat dock here as well. Things to do on the lake, you can go fishing, paddleboarding, kayaking, all the kind of calm recreational lake activities. You're not going to have any speedboats. It's very tiny. Well, some people might refer to it as a puddle because it isn't very large, but it's very beautiful. So we're going to go check it out. San Marcos is also big on community events. So every week in the summer, they have Summer in the Park, which is really great for families to get together. And there's also a weekly farmers market all year round. That's the beauty of living in Southern California. You always get a farmer's market, no matter the day of the week and no matter the temperature outside. It's never too cold to go shop at a farmer's market during the week. But there's also the Double Peak Challenge, which is a very popular 10K, probably one of the most challenging 10Ks in the area as well, because you're climbing up Double Peak. So it's pretty tough, and it's a 10K. And that's every year and really popular, especially for those that are active and love to do those challenges. Aside from that, you have local breweries. Craft & Coast is among my favorite. The beer's okay, but I go for the tacos. The tacos are incredible. So if you go to Craft Coast, try their tacos. You won't be disappointed, I promise. And another very popular one is Stone Brewery. So Stone Brewery's always a staple, especially in San Diego. And there's a garden, so it's really beautiful to walk the grounds after dinner. The aesthetic, the ambiance at Stone Brewery is perfect. It's very unique, especially when talking to brewery standards. San Marcos is just one of those places that just makes sense for a lot of people. It's safe, it's clean, and the location is wonderful. So you hop on Highway 78 and you're in Carlsbad Village in 20 minutes. Or you can take the back road and you can get to Encinitas in 20 minutes. So it has a very great centralized location in the heart of North County. And this is just a community that really draws in people that are looking for a slower paced life. They're looking to buy a home. They're looking to settle roots. They're looking for good schools because San Marcos has great schools. When families are looking for the best place to settle down, San Marcos is at the top of the list. And one big reason is the San Marcos Unified School District. It's one of the highest rated in all of North County. Then of course we have Cal State San Marcos, which is right in the heart of the city, which brings a very youthful type of energy and also new opportunities to the area. University has led to a growing demand for social spots like restaurants and new entertainment, which is why North City is expected to thrive, giving students and young professionals a trendy and walkable area to hang out without having to drive across the county. All right, now that we've got a feel for what life in San Marcos is all about, let's go check out some homes and see what's on the market. So when I think about San Marcos, I think about growth, new opportunities, new developments, and newer homes. But there are some really great opportunities to get a starter home here. Take this one, for example. So this was built in 1969. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single-family home. It has been recently updated. Has a brand new kitchen. The bathrooms are updated, new laminate floorings, and you have recessed lighting throughout, and all the windows have been updated, which is great because that is a pretty big cost when you're looking at updating windows. What's really cool about this home, something I want to point out and I will continue to point out, is the opportunity to build an ADU, an accessory dwelling unit. So you have ample amount of space back here to build a detached structure to get rental income. And that is how you house hack. So when we get rental income from here, it's gonna lower your monthly payment. And again, this is your starter home. So then you spend 5 to 7 years here, and then you go and buy your home in San Elijo Hills. There's also some good sweat equity that you can do to this property. Even though the house itself is fairly updated, you can do a lot with this yard. So it's on a 6,000 square foot lot. Now, it might not seem too large. It's a very standard lot size, but it has this nice open space back here. So you can do some stuff to this house. You can even add on to the property as well. And the best part, this home is listed at $812,000. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but we're talking about San Diego County here. Keep that in mind. This house is so bright. Definitely no shortage of light coming in this home. Home gym. Potential. I see potential. Gotta have vision. Whenever you buy a house, you gotta have vision. You gotta be able to think about what could be done, what you can create. And what you can create with real estate is wealth. As long as you have a good eye and you got a vision, you can create a lot of wealth buying real estate. All right, now we're gonna check out a house on the opposite side of the spectrum. This house is going to be fully updated. It's larger, and it's in a prime neighborhood. We're heading to San Elijo Hills. So we made it to San Elijo Hills, which is probably one of the most sought after areas in San Marcos and really in the entire county. This is a master planned community that was built up in the early 2000s, with construction starting at around 2002, wrapping up around 2015. So this home behind me, so this property went pending before it went on the market. It was listed at $1.3 million. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and just about 2,200 square feet of living space. And it was built in 2011, so everything inside is going to be nicely updated. But San Elijo Hills draws in a crowd of people that are looking for this quiet kind of tranquility. You have neighborhood parks, there's a lot of family events. It has its own town center here too, with a gas station, I might add. And a huge bonus is it has its own schools. Now, I cannot show you San Elijo Hills without showing you the community park here, because this is such a focal point for this community. This is where the town center is again, and it's a beautiful park. You have a water fountain. Every time I come here, there's people walking their dogs or with their family playing in the park. It's just a really great neighborhood park. But while we're here, let's chat about the market. So for those looking to enter the market for the first time, or maybe you're looking to downsize, expect to pay a starting price of about $500,000 to get into San Marcos. Now, this does include your condos and townhomes and your smaller size single family homes. Now, the median price for a home in San Marcos is going to be $800,000. $1 million is going to get you in a newer community, however. But then you have your luxury properties here. So these are homes up in the hills. These are homes in San Elijo Hills. And you can find luxury estates here for $3 million, but they average right around $1.5 to $2 million. Now, if you're comparing San Marcos to some of its neighboring cities, it really stands out as a solid value. You're getting a great quality of life, a well-kept community, and a city that's actively growing and improving. Take Escondido, for example. It's right next door, but the level of development happening in San Marcos is on a whole different scale. This is where the builders and the developers are focusing, not in Escondido. And that matters when you're thinking long-term, because homes here are more likely to hold and grow in value at a stronger rate. So if you're looking for that perfect balance of affordability, coastal convenience, and modern amenities, San Marcos is definitely a smart place to buy. If you want to know more about this amazing North County gem, or really just anywhere in the county, know that you can reach out to me anytime. I'm here to help you make that smooth move out to the best and the last. Give me a call, send me an email, or text anytime, and I'm going to leave you the same way I always do, friends, and that is to stay classy. San Diego.